Okay, this video will talk about in order to bridge, alright, the conventional way of us understanding this to something that is more than these things, alright, your UK minus 1, UK minus 2, what are all this and how does this apply in usually something that is very intuitive to you but you didn't think about it, alright. So if I were to bring this whole signal, alright, up into here, alright, at first I'll start off with this thing, alright, and I'll slowly move. As you can see, these are all my inputs. I'm gonna input each of the points into the output, you see. So this is the end of the signal, you see. So you slowly move past this whatever thing that you want to say. Okay, so for example, if I were to zoom out all along, if I have this particular first UK that is over here, this input that is first coming out, alright, so these are all my future input. Why do they call this the future inputs? Because this, later on you'll know what I mean. Okay, so this UK over here, alright, will be plotted out in this section over here. So this is the first output UK, alright. Maybe I should hold on a while. So if I were to have this thing over here, this is the first UK that I've plotted, right? Which is, you can see, is over here lah. Okay, maybe I should move it up a little bit. Must correspond. Okay. Next, if I were to move to this point, alright, then UK minus 1 will be coming up, right? UK minus 1 over here. Alright. So what you will see is that this UK minus 1 will be over at this side. Right? And next, if I were to move UK minus 2, then UK minus 2 will be output to the output over here. Alright, I may place the points differently. Alright, so in case that you may think that this point is different from this one, it's the same. Alright, these are all the same points because the UK over here should be higher a little bit. Alright, in case that you may think that I'm cheating your feeling. Alright, they should be at the same magnitude. UK must be the same as this. UK minus 1 must be the same as this. Sorry, must be the same as this. Same thing, alright? If I were to move to UK minus 3, alright, then I'm gonna plot in the UK minus 3. Alright, I'm gonna bring in all this UK minus 3 all along. Alright, so as you can see, alright, these are all my plots. I'm moving all along. The more the time goes by, the K minus 1, all this K minus something, will becomes my future. As you can see, these are all coming up. You see, if I were to plot it all over here, so these are all my UK minus 6 is the last signal that I'm sending. Alright, so this, as you can see, is feedback. This thing over here is my last future signal. Once I reach here, this is the output already, right? So this is my last signal. Okay, so if to go graphically in terms of everything, you give me a while. Alright, imagine if I have a signal that's transisting all over this UK. When I reach this UK over this point, I'm plotting this point into the output over here, this point. Okay, and then next, if I were to move to this point, UK minus 1, okay, then this point over here will be plotted into this point. Alright, this is for the output, you see. If I were to move to UK minus 2, alright, then I'll be plotting this point, you see. And if I were to continue to move to UK minus 3, alright, UK minus 4, UK minus 4, UK minus 6, you can see all the points, all output will be plotted all over here. Alright, so take some time to actually digest this part. Alright, just take it. Right, just take a time to just compare this graph, this input and this output. Okay, alright, because I can't do the animation because this is a paint, this is not an animation or animator stuff. But as you can see, the first point I plot is over here. Second point, this is the future point. Third point, the future point. The last signal that is coming in, or it will be plotted out as the last output over here. You see? So I hope that this gives you a somewhat a visualization of how this thing works lah. Okay. Next thing I just want to convey is that instead of, alright, over here this is the input. Each of the points UK is plotted over here. This thing over here plotted over here. Alright. But as for the output, instead of writing them as UK minus 1, UK minus 2, these are all your inputs from your, right? These are all your inputs that determine your future these are all your future's inputs right now, becomes your current output now. But it's the latest output. So instead we have a plus, you see, So I have a UK plus 6, this is the latest, and then UK plus 5, UK plus 4, etc. So you see, so the manipulations and the representations are very, very abstract all over here, are very subtle. So I'm just trying to identify to you all the meanings behind this. I can rewrite as this thing, the UK plus 6. I can also rewrite as a representation of the inputs, or because the inputs are all in terms of UK minus 1, etc. because they are future. But once you reach here, these are current. Our current, we're going to compare in terms of the current, not the future anymore. You can't have. So in other words, this thing over here, the representation in terms is in terms of the past. Okay, because the name itself comes from UK minus 1, comes from input. But however, it's not the past lah. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But this UK minus 1, when you plot inside the output, instead of calling UK minus 1, you call it UK plus 1, because it's one step for after your UK, right? Because first you input this thing, you output UK. Next you input this thing. This is the future input. You come here, it becomes your current, is your output already, I think you get what I mean. So this thing over UK minus 1 will becomes UK plus 1. UK minus 2 will become UK plus 2. You see? So yeah, I think you get what I mean already. So to a certain extent, don't be fooled by my language lah. But I'm meaning the same thing. If it happen that you're thinking something in your heart, this is corresponding to what I'm trying to say also. Or because I can't tell you in terms of language. It's a very subtle meaning. Alright, but at least you get to see that each of the point is being plotted all over here. So the future point will be plotted all over in the future output. You see? So I hope you get what I mean in this video. So see you soon.